We all have someone in our lives that influenced us. I believe Martin Luther King has touched the entire world. His vision started out as a dream and then became reality. It spread throughout the Americas and into every continent. I would like to pay respect to King with this tribute speech. It has taught me to not use violence to solve problems, to dream big, and to treat everyone equal. For my first main point, I would like to talk about violence. The technique he used was called nonviolence resistance. He would teach his followers this tactic so they would not try to humiliate or defeat their opponent, but to win his or her friendship and understanding. This can relate to my life because many people I know rely on violence to beat their opponent. King also taught his followers to attack the evil of the status quo. Any lecture he gave to his students, called Justice Without Violence, he explains that violence seems to create many more social problems than it solves. This affects me by calling to mind that many countries are currently grappling with violence and learning that diplomacy and nonviolence is the real answer. For my second main point, I would like to focus on the statement that made him go down in history. I have a dream. Even though his dream was never realized while he was alive, I feel like he understood that the endeavor would take decades, if not generations, to come to fruition. He planted a seed, and it has been watered with the blood and tears of many people since his death. I will strive to further his dream by trying to follow his lead for a more peaceful world. If King had not given up on his dreams, the world would have suffered for it. I try to emulate King by not being racist against anyone and not participating in racist conversations and language. King had a dream and it materialized. Most importantly, I would like to talk about equality. King devoted his life to end racial discrimination and segregation in the United States so everyone could be treated equal. And in another quote from his I Have a Dream speech, he explains that he has a dream that his 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will no longer be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. This quote impacted me greatly because no one should be treated differently because of the color of their skin. Every human born on this earth should be given the same rights and opportunities. Even though King did not end all racism before his untimely death, it is possible to say that his vision affected us all. Sadly, this dream is not partially realized in the United States and perhaps never in some corners of the world. Martin Luther King Jr. has inspired millions of people with his message of racial equality and nonviolence. After his death, his legacy lives on as one of the most important moral voices of the civil rights movement. The dream of Kings lives on in those who continue to work to end racial discrimination and segregation.